Can Rashid Shaheed ever be fun again? Has Dave possibly, maybe, finally fixed the Morants? Questions to ponder. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour podcast. We always have a source.
Dave remains quiet because he continues to search for that he can't find.
What did Nola Fredo say?
Yeah, try to get saved by Nola Fredo. That's a great strategy.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. As always, we are presented to you by Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey and Chilton County Peach Whiskey. I'm Ralph Marlboro, joined by the whole crew, Andrew, Dave, Kevin, and Thomas running the show back in Poland. Thanks, everybody in the chat. We have a ton of people in there, Dave. I see Jason Champagne, Schmingy, Who Dat Golfer, Lewis, Aldi Marino, just a ton of people. And I want to thank a bunch of people reached out to me. I was in New Orleans this weekend at East Jefferson Hospital for 4 straight days, helping my mom recover from hip surgery. I want to thank Ambush and Jonah. I had a bunch of people reach out to me, just, asking if I needed anything. I didn't, but I appreciated it. It was nice of everybody to do that. So I appreciate the patrons. We're like one big happy family here. So I appreciate that. On tonight's show, are we believing in the Saints running game? At what point do the Saints need to win games for Spencer Rattler to stay the quarterback? Will Shaheed Bombs ever return? Plus some really disgusting nice things we're going to say about Andrew's football knowledge. That's going to be gross. And we're going to preview Saints Giants. And we'll take your questions. And we got two hotlines for you. All right. Kevin, I ask you this.
Yes.
The Saints ran for 189 yards on Sunday against the Bills. Do we believe in the Saints running game?
Do you believe in life and love?
Do you believe it?
You worry about that background falling over on you. Meanwhile, yes? Ellipses, question mark? Listen, you put up 180 rushing yards against anybody. I don't care if it's a bad defense or not. That's cause for some level of jubilation. I mean, look, the Saints are 0-4. They're not going anywhere. So you take every single win you can get. And running for 180 yards is a big win. Kendra Miller actually looked pretty good.
He did.
Alvin Kamara is still just doing his thing. And Spencer Rattler, one of the unquestionably positive things that you can say about Spencer Rattler is that he can make shit happen on his feet.
By the way, fun stat, Kevin. He has created the third most EPA from scrambles in the NFL. Only Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield are better. He's run 11 times. He's gotten 10 first downs. It's pretty good.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Good.
Listen, I don't fully understand the whole PFF.
That's not PFF. That's just.
But look, 11 runs and he's gotten 10 first downs. That I can understand. So, again, I've told you before. I wanted to see him be more decisive and take flight when he needs to and just go for it. And he's done that. I think he might have turned a corner in the Bills game. Now, if we can get some of them other things that he has to do as a quarterback, we could be approaching competent starter.
Yeah. Speaking of the running game and PFF, did you see that stat that Kendre Miller is like PFF's most elusive running back? Did you see that? Yeah.
My belief in Kendra Miller was unwavering, and my time has arrived.
I don't think it's just you. I don't think it's fair for you to just stand on this hill and be like, I'm the only one that believed in Kendre Miller. I think all of us on this podcast believe that Kendre Miller could be good. All he had to do was stay healthy, and we're healthy.
Here's the difference.
I will say this. My hot take here is that Dave, out of the three of you, is the only one that can pronounce Kendre correctly. So, against all odds, I'm thankful for Dave on this one.
Wow, well, I appreciate that.
I was pro Kendre Miller when they drafted him, and the world wanted Tajay Spears. That's
I mean, I still would like Tajay. First of all, if we had drafted Tajay Spears, I think Tajay would be better than Kendre, and he was certainly been healthier, and he's contributed to the Titans more than Kendre. Yeah, I think so. I
don't think that's true in the slightest. Kevin's gone. Somebody look that up. I don't think that's true about Spears.
I feel
at all.
like Tajay Spears is always hurt.
Yeah, I don't think that's true at all. But something that is true, Thomas, how far, as always, if we reach $100 in donations, I'll drink something horrible the patrons send me. How far away are we from Ralph's crippled run, and recap the MVPs?
So as you can see, Oppenheimer, Tulane Hater, won last week with $39. And we are on a 111 week donation streak. We have 45 weeks to go. We can make it 44 for Ralph's crippled run. And we had one donation so far from Aldi Marino, $5 via Stream Elements. Best way to donate: don't give your money to YouTube.
Dave,
guys.
my son found out about the crippled run, and he wants to be a part of it. He said when his knee heals up, he wants to roast me.
he can bring him along, and I'm sure he can race against you, and I'm more than certain he'll beat your ass. So that'll be good for an additional laugh on top of everything else.
Thanks.
So I just looked. Tajay Spears has played 29 NFL games up to this point in his career.
Okay.
And Kendre Miller has played 18. So he has played 11 less games.
Thank you.
So once again, Dave is correct.
Thank you.
Ralph is not.
What's
Out of
the
the
yardage,
stats,
though? Like, how much yards is Tajay Spears?
Out of the stats.
Like, how much
Tajay's
production?
I think Tajay gets pretty good usage. I mean,
Tajay ran like for almost 500 yards, I think, is his rookie year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's close, Ralph.
Right.
I'm actually surprised Kendre has been played in 11 games. I would have said like 5 or 6.
No, he's played in 18.
I'm not kidding. Oh, 8? No, that's crazy. Yeah, I would have said like if you told me 18, I would have said like 9. That's really surprising.
Kendre Miller, he's had like 3 good games as a Saint. But
so Kendre has run for 428 career yards. Tajay is well over 700.
Okay.
Yeah.
Closing.
Give me Tajay.
65.
And he's local.
You know,
Ish.
the national media, their continued love affair with Spencer Rattler is really something to behold. I listened to 4 separate podcasts. They all had Spencer Rattler in their top 5 of second-year quarterbacks. I had ahead of Bo Nix, even after Monday night, which was pretty.
What, ahead of Bo Nix?
But which was kind of crazy.
Who? Name names. Name names on that.
I would die to have
Nate
Bo
Tice.
Nix. I would kill for Bo Nix.
Nate Tice had Spencer Rattler ahead of Bo Nix.
Nate, what's wrong with you, man? Or actually, I tell you what, man. Whatever gummies you're taking, please share them
With me, please.
Nate Tice and Mike Harmon, I think his name was. But here's my question to you, Andrew. At what point do the Saints need to win games for Spencer Rattler to remain the quarterback?
I kind of think it's now. Like if you, I'm not saying that he would necessarily lose his job this week. In fact, I don't think he would, unless he totally imploded. But if you can't
This is as good as Rattler's going to get.
Whoa, Schmengi, our Canadian friend, 50 Canadian buckaroos. Interception, getting us closer to the
nice.
goal.
Thanks, Schmengi.
Becoming the new MVP.
You know, so you've got the Giants at home, then you've got the Patriots at home, then you go on the road to Chicago and play the Bears. I feel like all 3 of those are winnable games. To me, if the Saints are 0-3 in that 3-game stretch, and they're 0-7 going into Tampa, a divisional matchup, like you make the switch at that point 100%. So I feel like he probably has 3 more starts in him and has to win some games. Like I'll say at least 2 to keep going. But like to me, if he doesn't beat the Giants at home, like you've got Jackson Dart, a rookie at home. Malik Neighbors is out. Like if you can't win that game, to me, like you might start again next week, but it's over.
Wow,
when I say over, I mean in the sense that like you're officially on borrowed time. Like I don't see how if he's 0-5 and he just lost to Jackson Dart at home, like at that point I don't feel like it's recoverable. It's just a matter of time before he's replaced.
Ooh, that's a pretty that's strong, Kevin.
No. I tell you what, I like that. Look, Ralph, the narrative with my narrative this entire time.
At some point, he's going to win a game. It will never be easier than this one.
My narrative from the beginning of the season thus far has been get him to 5 games, and let's reevaluate there. But Andrew of all people. So listen, intelligentsia. Listen. I am taking Andrew's cue and now giving Rattler more time as a result of Juge giving him more time. We're trying to be optimistic here, despite what you all have concocted in your own heads. I am now saying, let's get him through the Bears game. If he doesn't win, if he's 0-7 this season, then he's got to go and you got to see what you got with Shuck at that point. If he wins 1 game, depending on which one, I'm willing to hear arguments. If he wins 2, then you keep rolling with him.
Yeah, but I think it also depends like how he looks in those games, right? Like if it's full shenanigans,
right, or how they win
2 games. But like if you were to ask me, what do I like the most about Rattler right now? It's he's tough. He's and he's not giving the ball away. Like he's not making a ton of mistakes. So
right.
he's playing pretty mistake-free football. So like I feel like that's got to continue. And we have to see improvement in his ability to get more yards per average, get the ball down the field more, a little bit more accuracy. Some of these drives need to start finishing. So, like, he needs to level up. But, like, if he throws a couple picks and we just kind of shenanigan our way to a victory where it's like it starts to feel worse, like, yeah, he won, but I don't really see a path to the Saints winning a football game without Spencer Rattler being good. But in theory, it could happen. But also I think on the flip side, he could play amazing and they lose all 3 games. And I wouldn't necessarily want to make a move if he's playing really well and continuing to improve, but they can't put together a win. But like, if they're ever going to win, right? Like it's this stretch of the schedule. I feel like these are 3 teams that should be able to beat if he's playing well.
Drink up, Ralph. And you have a package coming. Smiley face emoji.
San Antonio State, 20 buckaroo donation via Stream Elements. Thanks for using Stream Elements.
I got, speaking of, before I do the drink, Dave, I got a patron.
We haven't gotten there yet. You're not doing a drink yet. We need more money.
We need a little bit more. Well, when I get there. But I had a patron, Toxic P. He had Happy Days glasses of Ralph Mouth.
Yeah.
And he sent me one. So when I get the studio built, I'll have it.
Mouse? Maybe he's a mouse.
Wait, no, Ralph the Mouth. I feel like Andrew, he was skirting around it. He kind of touched on it, but he didn't really get there. He was so close. I don't think this is about wins and losses. Like, I don't think this is about wins and losses. I think this is about how Rattler plays. Like Andrew was saying, like the Saints could lose, but Rattler could play very well, and we could see signs of life from him in a loss.
Ralph hates Rattler more than sobriety.
Drunk Saint, thanks for $20 tip. We are less than 20 bucks away, so one interception away.
Or the Saints could potentially win a game, or even this is crazy talk, but 2 games, and Rattler might look like total ass. I don't think it's about wins and losses, but to Andrew's point, I'd like to all your points. Like, this is it. Like, this is the week. This is the easiest. You know, I know the Bears. That's in Chicago,
Bears
and I'll be
bad.
honest. But they're
New
starting
England,
to. They won a couple. Like, they're getting a little feisty.
Yeah, but I watched
and New England. New England,
the Giants. Yeah. They won. We'll get to it in the preview. They had full shenanigans. Don't believe a word about Jackson Dart playing good and being none of that. I just think if Rattler plays like he's played the last 4 weeks, the Saints are going to win a game in the next 3. Like, if he just plays, doesn't make mistakes, doesn't lose the game, the Saints will win one of these games the next 3 weeks. If the Saints are 0-7, he's probably getting benched because he's
deception! Now is time to drink Ralphie.
There's
the donations are coming in.
Oh, let's go for 20 Buckaroo Super Chat, taking us over the edge.
I didn't do the drink save. I got chocolate.
Yeah.
And I got banana peanut butter dirty monkey.
Yeah, neither of those.
44 weeks to go.
That sounds like not even a question. You're taking banana peanut butter.
Whatever. They both sound delicious. Like, he's gonna like them. But just one last thing. Going back to what we were talking about, I feel like there's kind of 2 answers to the question too, because there's how much longer are fans going to give Spencer Rattler before they give up and they start screaming from the mountaintops that we need a change? And then also, how much longer is the actual coaching staff going to give him? Because those could be 2 different timelines.
Well, let's not forget, and this is what I keep going back to, which is kind of the biggest thing. I would give Spencer Rattler maybe more time if it wasn't a scenario where you drafted a quarterback and Kellen Moore, who did not draft Rattler, Spencer by the way, right? Like, he didn't pick him. In fact, I think he probably hoped that Shuck would have beat him out during training camp. Now he didn't, and he did the right thing and he went with Rattler. But I just feel like at some point, if the season's lost and it doesn't matter, not only do I want to see what Shuck has, I feel like Kellen Moore should want to. If Kellen Moore doesn't want to see what Shuck has, then I become very worried that he's hopeless and that Kellen Moore is terrible at drafting, right? Like, it's kind of a double-edged sword. So it like, we reach a point in the season where it's like, okay, we took this guy 40th overall. Let's see what he has.
I mean, not that wins are a quarterback stat, Dave, but at some point,
drink up, by the way.
Yeah. At some point, you like, the wins matter. So here we go. Peanut butter whiskey. This smells horrific.
No, it doesn't. What?
It does.
It's this is quarterback.
This is the Elvis shot.
Losing every week. At some point, like, get a quarterback that can maybe help you not lose.
Right. This is the Elvis shot.
Here
peanut
we
butter and chocolate. Peanut butter and banana.
Ooh, Dave, I'm not going to lie, Dave.
It was good.
I love it.
That was good.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know, of course.
That was.
What is that, like really a 1 or 2?
He didn't even win. He barely winced. Yeah.
I barely winced, man. I don't know that I've done this one before, but this one went down easy.
Peanut butter and banana, right? Is that what
peanut butter and banana?
Yep. The old Elvis.
Now I'm gonna be like Elvis, Kevin, and I'm gonna do some Quaaludes and and take my
die
plane.
on the toilet.
Yeah. Give me a quick rating, Ralph.
1. He said, how many times he said 1? Jesus Christ.
He said 1.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Helen Keller heard him, for crying out loud.
All right. Sorry, Mr. Tulane.
Wow.
Did Tulane win this week?
You bet your ass they did.
Yeah, they did.
Did LSU?
They did not.
Oh.
LSU did not.
And that's your Tulane LSU update.
Tigers.
All right, moving on.
All right. I'll tell you what, Dave.
We got to get a Pelicans minute in here. I can get my buddy on the show.
Yeah.
Season hasn't started.
They're in Melbourne. I did not know that until this today.
Oh, wow. Australia.
I'll tell you what's a perfect 10. Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. It is a strawberry whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, Cocktail and Sons, lemon, strawberry, and lemon syrup. Fresh strawberries from Jonesdale Farm in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86 proof. The whiskey is blended and bottled at the Sugarfield Distillery in Gonzales, Louisiana. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidewhiskies.com. Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey, supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. All right, Thomas, because of scheduling issues and me having to go to New Orleans to help with my mom's surgery, we had hotline issues. This week we got two hotlines. The first one is from Seattle. We already posted it to patrons. If you're a patron, you get the uncensored version. It's incredible. It's 10 and a half minutes long. Andrew, did you know we had an honest to God celebrity call the hotline? Skooks, world famous. If you know, you know. He called the hotline.
What?
It's amazing.
No way.
Thomas, run the
honored.
Seahawks hotline.
I am honored.
It's time for this week's hottest takes from the Saints Happy Hour Hotline.
Took y'all's advice and saved the hotline number in my cell phone. I don't want my wife to think crazy Saints fan or anything though, so I didn't want to save it in there as Saints Happy Hour Hotline, so I saved it as Mandy from work. I'm wondering if that's a good idea.
Well, it's about 11 minutes into the first, and I can safely say there's not enough hard hides in the world to get me through this game.
I have waited for so long for the Saints to embrace the tank, and it's finally here. Move over 2008 Lions. Move over 2017 Browns. There's a new, undisputed, worst professional football team ever assembled. Who dat, baby?
Kellen Moore, twice going for field goals in the first half when you're down by more than 30 points. I think he needs to change his name to Karen Moore. It's just unwatchable. Absolutely unwatchable. At this point, just trade everybody who wants out. Let's just look forward to the draft. I'll be posting mock drafts. I'll do the second half in the mock draft channel because there's no other reason there's nothing else to do during the game. There's no reason to watch this team. It's awful. Champagne out.
Hey guys, it's Adam, the radio voice from Eastern Shore, Maryland. As much as I hate to say it, I think that the media pundits were correct in the beginning of the year by saying this is the worst team in the NFL. Kellen Moore needs to do something. They need to cut Groupie, fire the special teams coach. He needs to do something to show that this is unacceptable.
Hey, y'all, this is Scoops. I'm just calling to remind your listeners that next week begins early voting in the Orleans Parish municipal elections, and I would like to urge everyone to go out and vote for the candidate who will promise to make the Saints wear their goddamn normal clothes for once. You know, I would like to see the New Orleans Saints on the field for once. I don't think this has happened yet.
As soon as the game was over, our son turned to us and said, "Dad, can you bring me a Josh Allen jersey from Buffalo?" So things are going well.
Hey, man, it's Justin J. That is the first time in many, many years that I witnessed the Saints get fucking housed like that. I mean, we got our ass fucking whooped. But on the good side, color rush uniforms and them white helmets is fucking fire. Anybody that comes with that shit, I'll fucking cut them myself. Anyway, do that later.
Hey, this is Pancho B. This is fantastic. A great week here. My little brother's in there playing on Madden with the Seahawks Saints game about to go on. He's making the Saints look like total idiots and losers, and they're just like blowing up everything. Anyway, wait, no, that's the real game? What? This is Pancho B. Again, as I'm going to be flying out to go back to China this week. This one goes out to Sean Payton and Drew Brees and those good old days when we had competence in games.
I never gamble on NFL games. This will be the first time that I scramble to find any way to put money on Buffalo beating the Saints because it's just, it is an absolute certainty.
Ralph, I'm starting to think those drinks are rigged, man. I just listened to the After Show podcast. You should have been way drunker. You didn't stumble over your words at all, man. So I'm going to need you to leave those seals. We need to hear a pop on the show. Dave, sorry about Tulane. Thomas, you still suck. Kevin, don't get me started. Still rocking with the Who Dat next week. Gonna be tough against Bills Mafia, but I'm here for the show, here for the rod. Who dat? See you guys next week.
I mean, it was good. I feel proud.
The last one was my favorite. No, actually, my favorite was the guy who said, I finally saved a number in my phone, but I didn't want my wife to get suspicious, so I put it under there, Mandy from work. Yeah. That is top-notch comedy right there.
Comedy gold. All right. No. Andrew's not here, so this is the best time to do this topic.
Oh, yeah, let's do it now. Hurry up.
Let's do it. All right,
Andrew's right about everything. Okay, moving on. Let's go. Moving
on. Kevin, more insufferable, Andrew being right about Jonas Sanker or Andrew being right about Torricelli Simpkins?
Torricelli Simpkins, just because he was, Torricelli Simpkins. Look, Sanker came in. We knew that the secondary, obviously we knew the O-line needed help too, but it's like, we believed that Sanker would probably get a look anyway. And we were all more like a hopeful thing. We were just rooting for him. Whereas Jude.
And he was drafted.
Right. And he's from Jude's backyard. Torricelli Simpkins, it's like he plucked him out of obscurity, and he just happened to be the guy. It's almost like Jude should be employed by the team to find some diamonds in the rough.
Oh God!
All right, could you speak into my honestly, Can you speak into my good ear? Can you say that louder for the people in the back?
Honestly, Tomas, you should get make a graphic of Jude as a panhandler, and he finds just like a giant gold bar in the middle of a stream. Like this is what he does.
I mean,
or you should Photoshop his face onto Gary Oldman's face from that Winston Churchill movie and just, say the sun never sets. The sun never sets on the Jewish Empire.
This one pisses.
You were so mad Sunday in the group text, Dave. Tell the people.
Well, first of all, the Torricelli Simpkins thing pisses me off because I was on the scent when we were doing the undrafted free agent draft, and Simpkins was on my list, and it could have been me. I could have been the one to pick Simpkins. I could have gone 2 straight years in a row potentially as winner of this contest, and maybe actually made a little run at Juge here, who normally wins the contest. So that's just an extra, whatever lagniappe on this whole thing. But I was pissed on Sunday. Why was I pissed? I don't even remember why I was pissed on Sunday.
You were pissed at the group chat because you were like, stop saying nice things to Juge.
Yeah, well, you all like, yeah, like we. Do you remember that? What was that? Do you remember that really random show on cartoon on MTV years ago in the 90s, the early 90s? The Head.
And Stimpy?
No, The Head. It was the guy with the giant. No. You don't remember that? Kevin, you got to look this up. I'm pretty sure it was called The Head. And the guy just had a giant freaking head. And I feel like that is what we are creating with Andrew here. Yeah, he's going to be that guy on that old MTV cartoon. I'm surprised Kevin doesn't know this because this is
1994. 1994, The Head.
Yeah, you just looked it up.
Yeah.
Send it to Thomas, and maybe in a minute he can pull up the picture of the guy, because this is what I picture every time I think of Andrew now, with all of his correct Saints analysis. What a fucking loser. Look, Andrew, I don't know if you missed the memo here, but on this podcast, we don't do things seriously here. We get things wrong. We pronounce things incorrectly. We make jokes about things.
Hey, that feels very specific.
We think the Saints are going to be way better than they really are. Like we don't do
real specific.
We don't we only have one good arm.
Have you guys ever stopped to consider that it's maybe I'm not brilliant, maybe it's not that I'm really smart.
We're dumb.
It's kind of like the Chris Farley line in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king or whatever. What's that line that Chris Farley had in that movie?
Yeah, that's
an old biblical proverb. That's not.
Yeah, whatever.
Chris, I love this. Yes, let's put that on Twitter. Let's put it on a quote card.
Yeah.
Put it in the land of blind men, the one-eyed man is king. Attributed to Chris Farley. That's absolutely
Chris Farley. That's right.
I'm pretty sure
What a
that's
genius
see,
quote
Andrew.
by Chris Farley.
Andrew, now you're getting it. That's what this podcast is about. It's not about correctly identifying good players. Yeah, this is Andrew.
This rings a bell, by the way.
Of course, it's an old night. It's it's early '90s MTV. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so
anyway, that's you.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
So
in the
anyway,
back.
my point is, maybe I'm
That's
not
Dave.
brilliant. Maybe my takes are wholly average and just decent. And if I was on any other podcast, they'd 50-50. Sometimes they'd be like, "Yeah, Andrew, that's a decent point." The other half of the time, they'd be like, "No, you're an idiot." But because the three of you are such idiots and schmucks, like 90% of the stuff I say is like, "Andrew, he's right again. Unbelievable."
Look, while your argument is very plausible, I can't argue with anything of what you're saying. I would say if you asked, Ross Jackson or Nick Underhill or any other legit Saints podcaster, if you ask them to pick one undrafted free agent out of all of the undrafted free agents this season, which one is going to be the best for the Saints? I do not think that they are going to nail that. I just don't. I hate to say that. It pains me to say that. Andrew.
What other media people do is they give a list of like,
here's 5.
UDFA.
One of them's going to hit.
And they're like, I told you about that. No, I feel like, Andrew, this is like you playing pickup basketball in the driveway with like 5-year-olds and thunder dunking on them repeatedly.
That's what I'm saying.
And I feel like it's bad form. It's bad form.
Oh, yeah. This is like when Derek Carr.
You're saying I should string you along and instead of packing it in your face, you think I should just let you fire off the 3, maybe graze front rim, and you're not making the shot, but at least you're drawing iron. Is that what you're saying?
This is like when Derek Carr and Foster Moreau came and played my son and all of his other 6th grade friends in basketball on the low hoop, and Derek Carr was just dunking on them. That's you. You're Peyton Manning in that Saturday Night Live skit where he's playing football with all the kids. That's you.
All right, kids.
Just nailing 5-year-olds in the back of the head.
A line from don't be a snitch, right? That's in the Peyton Manning skit. This is gonna get. I don't know if this is gonna get Andrew even a bigger head.
Are we done with this? Oh, we're not done with this. We're still going on. There's more.
No, because here's the thing.
Oh my
Andrew,
God.
I have a question for you. Is you one of your previous UDFA sons? Is Rashid Shaheed? Is he texting Derek Carr late at night, like "Miss you, boo"? You up? Like is he texting Derek Carr?
Yeah, I feel like he's asking him, "Hey, can you change your mind on that retirement? Is it too late to come back?" Yeah, I think he misses him. Yeah.
I mean, Kevin, Rashid Shaheed, literally from his first touch as a Saint, he scored a touchdown, and he's been maybe the funnest Saint the last 3 years. Like, he's given us more fun than anybody, like the bomb against the Cowboys, the bomb against Carolina last year. And like, it's all gone. Like, he's just like this normal average receiver. At what point do we blame Spencer Rattler, Kellen Moore, or do we blame Shaheed? Like, what? I mean, I'm getting worried.
No, hold on. Before you answer that, like, don't even suggest that Shaheed is the problem here when every single receiver on the Saints is averaging 5 yards less a catch than any other time in their career. I'm talking Cooks. I'm talking Olave. Go look at every receiver on the Saints, even Kamara. They're all averaging less than they normally
responsibility? What about personal responsibility, Jude?
It's not Shaheed, man. Shaheed
no,
is not
I would blame I would blame Rattler and Moore well before I ever blamed Shaheed. If you want to tell me that, if you want to tell me that maybe he's slower due to his injury or whatever, okay, fine. But I'd still blame Kellen Moore and Spencer Rattler. More because he's not drawing up plays to make Rattler throw it downfield. And then Rattler because, well, maybe that's all Rattler can do is just dink and dunk his way down the field.
Dave, how do I put this? How much blame for the defense is the personnel, and how much of it is the scheme isn't aggressive enough? Because I want them to blitz. I want them to be stupid and blitz more people. I feel like, I know they're bad, but I feel like they're not aggressive enough.
Is our defense bad? I mean, I feel like our defense is okay. I feel like it's certainly better. It's the better half of our team.
The run
right?
defense is worse slightly than last year. It doesn't feel that way, though, does it?
No. And I mean, I'm not that upset with our defense. I mean, I thought they played pretty well against Josh Allen. Josh Allen has lit up other teams for more points for sure.
That's accurate.
But what was the question? How much of it is being aggressive? I don't know. I mean, it's still, I think it's too early. I don't really know Brandon Staley that well. I don't know his style that well. I'm not that comfortable with it yet. So, I mean, I'm not really sure what it's capable of. Hopefully, obviously, I think we're all hoping more than what we're seeing now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. But I don't share just zoom out big picture. Like, defense to me is not the problem and not my focus. Like, I am laser focused on Spencer Rattler and the quarterback situation. I'm fairly focused on offensive line and making sure Chili Simpkins doesn't play. And then obviously special teams has been a big issue for us this season. So that's kind of, so like defense, I don't know. I feel like we've got bigger fish to fry.
Kevin, I have a question for you about
that.
Am I
wrong?
wrong?
The Saints weird. The Saints defense is weird in the sense that we're ranked 18th, which is, I mean, I'm surprised by that stat. I would have guessed that we would be much worse than 18th overall. By the way, number 1 is the Browns and number 2 is the Falcons in yards. Who saw that coming? But we're 18th. If you go by touchdowns allowed, touchdowns yielded, we're 4th worst.
Yeah, and that's kind of an important one because touchdowns are points. Yeah. So.
Right. So we're definitely, if you're going by points, so maybe up.
Yeah.
Granted, we gave up a lot in the Seattle game.
Kevin, I have a question for you. Serious question. Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins dislocated knee, tore like every knee ligament that he has.
Did his bone pop out of his leg?
Yeah, it was gross. But the Dolphins, they signed Saints legend Cedric Wilson to play wide receiver.
Sorry, why is he a Saints legend? Could you explain that?
He threw the touchdown pass to Kamara last year against the Redskins. Dave, come on, keep up. Right. So my question to you, Kevin, what is going to happen first? Cedric Wilson is going to catch a pass for the Dolphins, or Chase Young is going to appear in a game for the New Orleans Saints?
Well, I like that question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I think
Cedric Wilson was on our practice squad.
Yes.
And how many years has he been in the league?
A lot of years. He's been on the Saints for 2 years.
I think Cedric Wilson, you know what? He's fallen back behind the depth chart.
I didn't even think you could be eligible for practice squad.
I'm going Chase Young. I'll say Chase Young appears in a game.
I'm going to take Cedric.
You said appears. You said
appears in a game.
You said appears in a game. I'll put $5 on it.
All right.
All right. Well, don't threaten me with a good time, Kevin. Jesus.
I mean,
I would say Garrett Wilson.
Cedric Wilson.
How long has Garrett Wilson been in the league? I mean, sorry, how long has Cedric Wilson? I know. I just
Ralph can't say anyone's
manifesting.
in the league a long time.
Garrett Wilson is on my dream. He's on my vision board. I'm trying to manifest.
Ralph, do I have time to go get another drink, or is there another Andrew hype?
No,
segment?
there's not. You can go get a drink because we got to do the hotline.
No.
So
I like how Andrew wanted to make sure he didn't miss. He didn't miss any more.
He didn't miss us fluffing him. Yeah. So,
wait, Cedric Wilson, how many years has he been? How many years has he
been in the league?
Kevin, can you tell me
pull that up?
Yeah, hang on. I'm grabbing it right now. This is his 8th season.
8.
And he was on the practice squad? You can be eligible for I know they changed it, but
the practice squad are completely the COVID rules made the practice squad. You could put anybody on the practice squad. What you can't do is there are limits.
I didn't know this.
There are limits to how many times you can call them up and put them back. I think you can call a guy up from the practice squad and then put him back on the practice squad. I think it's 3 times.
I didn't think you could be in the league for more than 3 years or 4 years and be on the practice.
No. 16
that was the old
players.
rule.
Hang on. 16 players on the practice squad. 10 of these players must be rookies or second-year players. The remaining 6 spots are reserved for veterans with unlimited NFL experience.
Yeah, that's a newish. That's like over the last.
It's pretty new.
Was that in the new CBA?
It was It was a combination of the new CBA and COVID. Remember, COVID? They had the you get COVID, you can't play. So that. So now we got the second hotline. By the way, hotline 832-779-3820 if you're listening to the audio only version, which by the way, last week, Dave, we had 2 days of over 3,000 downloads. The Saints being bad can't stop this.
It's not enough.
Nothing stops this.
Still not enough. I want 10,000.
It could have been one of our patrons running some sort of program.
Miguel
Miguel doing downloads, but we don't know. But download's a download. We count.
Not enough. We need 10,000. Tell them the number again. Save it in your phone as Mandy from work. 832. What is it?
779-3820.
Mandy from work. I'm calling it that from now on. By the way, I'm calling the hotline Mandy from work.
The hotline, the uncensored version for patrons only, is 6 minutes long. The main version is shorter than the Seahawks one, but this one's incredible. People were speaking some truth, some with some fire. Dustin J with a legendary call. Apparently, he has an important message for all Saints fans. And did we have more Thomas slander?
Nope.
Hit the hotline.
Not this week.
No.
I'm here for it. I'm here for the Thomas slander.
We did.
It's time for this week's hottest takes from the Saints Happy Hour Hotline.
Y'all, this is Dustin J. I'm sitting here catching up, watching Holden Mayo's post game, going through some catharsis and shit. Man, and got all these Saints callers calling Devin in and being like, I ain't never seen shit like this before. What the fuck, man? I'm 15 years old. Man, y'all, man. Act like y'all ain't seen fucking Mike Ditka. Y'all ain't seen Jim Mora fucking shooting himself. Y'all don't know fucking pain. All these old motherfuckers know more pain than me. And I've seen a fair share of this shit. And these fucking crying ass bitches, when they were shitting in diapers, Drew Brees was fucking doing 5,000 fucking yards a year. All right, y'all. Later. Who dat, I guess.
Hey, guys. Just walking out of Highmark Stadium. Not the final score we wanted, but hell of a lot better than last week. Rattler just needs to throw his wide receivers open rather than just waiting for them to get open and then missing them from behind. Bills fans have been great, though. Highly recommend coming to a game here. One last thing noticed in Highmark. We had the Buffalo Bills fans nervous. They were fucking nervous. Later.
Did you know that Spencer Rattler only has one career game in 10 starts where he has his yards per completion, not yards per attempt, yards per completion is over 10 yards, and that was his first ever start against Tampa last year. He is a check down merchant. He is going to, if he gets a completion, it's going to be within 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, or 8 yards, or 3. I mean, this is why Rattler is not a franchise quarterback, why he's not a starter.
Alontae Taylor cannot tackle for shit, and that's supposed to be his calling card. Thank God for Jonas Sanker being somewhat of a bright spot. Kool-Aid has turned into fucking warm piss.
Kendre Miller looked like a man possessed. Made Ralph happy, I'm sure. Jonas Sanker fucking picked off smug-ass Josh Allen. You know, we're going to hear all about Juge all fucking night bragging about Sanker and blah, 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 blah. I got some amount of faith in Kellen Moore. Quite a bit, actually. I think he's going to get it together. I have a little bit of hope. Can't complain. Anyway, later. Who dat?
I like that hotline. The winner for today is the guy who put the Saints hotline in as Mandy.
Yeah, what was the noise in the background that kept coming up?
Like there was a truck noise and the guy grunting.
No.
I mean, come on! I've been using this sound like from last
Dave,
season, man.
Are you new here?
You made fun of Juge asking the same question last year, man.
Yeah,
what is
literally made fun of me for that in the past. Like, it's literally covering up the expletives.
Are you new here, man?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so stupid.
Yeah, that was a solid hotline. I enjoyed it. There was one I wanted to comment on, but I'm now forgetting what I was just listening to. So, but yeah, solid work all around, everyone. Thanks for calling. And
I'm sure it was about Jonas Sanker. It was probably either about Jonas Sanker or it was about the guy who complained about you.
Yeah.
I actually found that fun. I was good with that.
feel like if Jonas Sanker didn't play for UVA, Andrew would get no credit for him. Not at all. But it's because he plays for you. And by the way, the one bad thing for you, Andrew, this week, I know you hate UVA. You hate the university. You hate the people. You hate everything about them. They beat Florida State. Right. How upset you were upset about that, I'm sure.
I don't know. I mean, you know, as you guys know, I have a new job, and I'm kind of coming around on UVA a little bit just because Jonas went there, and he's a high school grad from the high school where my kids go. And
wait, did you rush the field?
I did not. No, I wasn't at the game.
What?
No, I mean, I'm not. No, come on.
But Andrew's back. Are you kidding?
Yeah, but one of my coworkers is a big UVA fan, and so like I've kind of softened up a little bit because I want him to be happy. You know, I was excited for him that his team won, and you know, and like they're kind of hard to hate in the sense that they're so bad. It's like you don't want to pick on the fat kid, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Now their basketball team. There's still like this air of arrogance that surrounds basketball. It's like UVA football fans kind of know their place. They even now that like they've won a couple games, they know they're UVA football. UVA basketball is a whole different story. There's this air of arrogance that rubs me the wrong way.
You still hate them. All right.
Did Minsters get back to you? Did Minsters take care of you? Are you good there?
Oh yeah, good to go.
Oh, good.
So the Saints Happy Hour viewer questions are brought to you by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey and Chilton County Peach Whiskey. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to www.hardhidewhiskies.com. Thomas, play Take It to the Top.
Roger that.
Finger guns. All right, so what's first up, Thomas?
All right, we had so many amazing questions this week, so many to choose from. Keep them coming, guys. First question. I'll be the judge of that. First question from our favorite Pokemon, Blake Zegan. He asks, do the Giants have an OnlyFans girl flash the Saints sideline like last year? Or is there already too much ass on the field to worry about that?
Why don't I remember this?
This will be listen, it's not fit. It's
not possible. Dave, like you literally could not stop talking about it last year.
This is a lead-off grand slam. This is I don't know how it's possible. This is a lead-off grand slam of a question.
All right. Well, but now you can see like I don't remember games. I don't remember this stuff. Like I got to make room. There's only so much room up here.
The whole Dennis Allen era is just a blur, man.
Well, I'm certainly not gonna. Yeah, there's only so much room up here, and I have to. Part of it is being permanently used.
Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith come up to him with the black pen and make him stare at Men in Black style and erase his memory of all Dennis Allen.
No, I don't even need that because I can do that myself. I have only so much room in my brain to remember stuff, and I have a permanent spot that's reserved for like 2009, and I can't erase any of that and make new for that. So I got to hold on to that. And so that leaves that much less room to remember things. So I don't remember it.
Welcome to your mid-40s, everybody.
That's right.
That's kind of a thing when you
wait till you get to your late 40s.
I'm slightly concerned that I'm early onset. I'm slightly concerned.
Sometimes I can barely remember my kid's name. This game is going to have this game is disgusting. We'll get to it in the preview. I don't want to repeat myself. But Thomas, what's next?
All right, next question from...
There wasn't even an answer to that question.
It wasn't even. We just enjoyed it.
It was just a question.
We were like, oh yeah, OnlyFans girl. It's a great question though. It's more like bringing up a memory than a question.
Right. That's to say. Thanks for the memories. Honestly, if we had a good producer, he could have like pulled up sound bites from that episode.
That's right.
To remind me.
That's right. This is this is on Thomas. Jog Dave's memory with the photo.
Correct.
Could have, that's right.
I'm glad we're all on the same page here.
All right, the next question from Nolifredo, and he asks a very important question. What was worse? First round selection, not accounting for trading picks. Cesar Ruiz, Trevor P, or Peyton Turner?
Yes.
I want to say I want to say D, all of the above. I think Peyton Turner. Did we trade up for Peyton? Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Did we trade up for Peyton Turner? Did we trade up for Trevor?
I'm gonna say Peyton Turner was a worse pick than Penning or Ruiz, which is effing unbelievable to say out loud.
Peyton Turner is kind of jumping off the page on me for here.
Ruiz is the best pick of the three. Ruiz is literally the best pick of the three. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even and I wouldn't even include him on this because he's that much better than Penning and Turner.
Right.
I mean, Penning was looking like thick Underhill on Sunday. But that
I don't get that. I don't. He doesn't look anything like. I still don't understand why you call him that. He doesn't look anything like Nick Underhill.
Because
brother, I sent a photo of a grocery store line that I was in.
That guy looked more like Nick Underhill.
And you literally were just looking at the backside of somebody, and you're like, "Is that Nick Underhill?" It's like, okay,
because that looked like Nick. He had like Air Jordans on. He had a fresh fade. He had the same color hair. He was on his phone talking to a player.
I'll tell you this: I did see the guy get in one of the checkout lines, and he turned his head. And I'll say this: he looked a little like Underhill. If Underhill was 10 years older and in incognito mode because he just had like a trucker mustache.
He doesn't want to be bothered by the pores. Thomas, what's next?
Okay, final question on the show.
The mustache would definitely throw it off. I did not see the front. I only saw the back. But from the back, he looked like Nick Underhill, and he looked a lot closer to Nick Underhill than Trevor Penning surely does. I do not see the resemblance. I don't get it. I sent Thomas the photo.
What's next, Thomas?
Right, final question of the show from Tulane Hater Oppenheimer. He asks, is Spencer Rattler the QB for the Saints for the remainder of the season?
No.
No.
I don't. We'll see Shuck at some point.
I'm going to say this, and it's going to make Dave really happy because he's just going to rub it in my face. I think yes. I think Spencer Rattler, his flaws, I don't know that they're fixable long term, but I've seen dudes that have accuracy issues just get on a heater for 2 or 3 games. And if he does that, he can keep the job for the end of the year. Like John Fourcade won 3 games in a row, for God's sakes, with the Saints way back when. He can get on a little bit of a heater and keep the job. I say yes, and Dave was just going to rub it in my face the whole year. Yeah, those are some clean looking shoes. I think you're right.
Did you know that Nick Underhill owns like, I don't know, 30 to 40 pairs of sneakers, and he never wears the same pair twice. So like he changes out his sneakers
every day.
Every day.
Wait, you mean like 2 days? Never wears the same pair 2 days in a row?
Yeah, I probably doesn't wear the same 2 pairs in any given week. Like he's in a heavy rotation.
I don't even do that with underwear.
All right, moving right along. Jude, you know Nick pretty well. Does that look like Nick Underhill's ass there?
A little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not looking at Nick's ass very often, but
well, the backside.
Speaking of looking at someone's ass, Kevin, can you give us a quick love update?
That's right. Yeah.
There we go. Good transition there. Things are still. We're still together. I you know, like at this point, I'm just like, I don't know what else to tell you. It's like we're
Lock
still
it down with an extension.
My mom and my sister came up this past weekend, and they got to meet the lady, and they got along very well. They met Friday night, and then we went out and had dinner on Saturday night.
Stamp of approval.
Yeah, stamp of approval. So
okay, nice.
Things are
trending
just
upwards.
She got stamped.
Yes. Yes.
And congratulations on your retirement, Kevin, of wrestling.
Oh yeah,
it was nice.
Yeah. I wrestled my last match. What I hope is my last match on Friday, and yeah.
Now your love life can flourish, man.
Yeah.
Well, can we get a love update?
We just
did a love update.
Come on, Dave.
My headphones were dead. I was trying to connect that whole. Could not hear it.
You missed it. You'll have to listen to the
then you know what?
recap.
You will have to download this episode and go back to this point in order to hear it. You can be one of the many thousand.
You know what, Kevin? Real quick. Congrats to Sean Orleans for. I mean, you've been doing that a long time. I don't know how you felt about retiring, but I would assume that was met with a little bit of bittersweet.
A nice video, really. Reading
you did that for a long time.
Kipling. Yeah.
You were very committed to the bit. I felt like there was a time period. I felt like, I don't know if we're doing it every weekend, but I felt like for a while there you were doing it every weekend, and certainly like it was a lifestyle thing where you were physically committed to the bit too, like with the training and everything. So I don't know. I felt like we should take a moment. We should pour something out or something for his.
That was a cool video
career.
you did, Kevin. The reading of the F poem, which is tremendous.
Yeah, well, that is my favorite poem, and it was just I got a chance. That was an opportunity to do something different. If you want to stand out in wrestling, try and do something different, and that it not your standard pre-match video. So, and I was very happy with that. Credit to the video editor for making that work. Bittersweet.
Any parting thoughts on your wrestling career, Kevin?
No, like I said most of what I wanted to say in in the post-match speech that I gave on Twitter. I know Dave's having a hoot and a holler here that we're talking about wrestling more than we're talking about his precious Tulane. But oh well, he can sit and spin, I guess.
Not just wrestling, but you wrestling.
Yeah, me wrestling. I know that makes it even better.
That's right.
Yeah, I like the funny thing is the match almost went 15 minutes.
Wow,
that is the longest. That's the longest match I've had.
Wow.
Like I have not wrestled a longer match, and it's amusing because I didn't feel like it was 15 minutes. I felt like it could have gone on longer. It's funny to me because it's like, wait a minute, you're telling me I finally felt comfortable and good and like everything went well, and that was the last one? Okay, so be it. Like, I'd rather the last one be, sort of go out on a high note, which, look, I am nobody. I am a D.
Did you end on your back, Kevin?
I am a D-tier wrestler, F-tier wrestler, but I will take going out on top for what's on top for me.
Did you go out on your back, Kevin, in wrestling term?
I went out on my shield.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As far as your retirement,
I feel a really nice bruise.
Look, I saw all the photos. What was the stuff they were sticking in your head?
Holy shit!
Jesus. There we go.
Jesus.
Look at that. Jesus.
No, look at that. Who says wrestling is fake? Who says?
Yeah, that is a. Hang on. Let me see if I can get
fake. My God.
So I can get the.
All right. Well, so
there we go.
Oh my God.
All right. So let me ask you a question.
That's from a toolbox that just smashed into my shoulder and like grazed it. Like it didn't. It wasn't even a brush burn.
You shouldn't call your opponent that.
Oh no, he is
like a literal toolbox, not like an insult to a person.
The things that were sticking in my head were skewers. And like I can still feel
that makes sense. Yeah,
I can still feel the bump on my head and the scab.
Jesus,
that feels a little weird, but other than that, it's not too bad.
All right, let me ask you a question. So, as far as your retirement from wrestling is concerned,
yeah,
if you have to, I'm going to give you 3 football players, and I want you to tell me 3 football players who have all retired, and I want you to tell me which one you vibe with the most and you feel like is maybe the closest to your scenario. Okay. One is John Elway.
Okay.
2 is Derek Carr, and 3 is Brett Favre.
Wow.
This is so random.
Couldn't it have been better? Couldn't it have been? Couldn't it have been more likable people?
No, this isn't about.
It's not John. It's not John Elway. It's not. John
so you're not. Oh wow! So a comeback is possible. Okay, all right. I like it. I like what I'm hearing.
It's not John.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. I mean, St. Louis area amateur wrestling fans. You heard it here first.
Amateur. John Elway
semi-pro.
John Elway went out on top.
That's not why I was asking. I was asking like when John Elway retired, you knew he was done.
That's how I interpreted it, brother. That's how I interpreted it. Derek Carr
he may come back.
Potentially,
100% coming back.
Faked his injury. I'm not doing any of that. I just decided I'm done. I mean, it's almost like it is Favre by default because Favre did sort of just say, I've had enough. The problem is Favre then went back on his word, which actually is like a lot of wrestlers. A lot of wrestlers say they retire and they come back and they retire and they come back, yada, yada, yada. So probably Brett Favre. I have no intent.
So who did you dick pick?
Well, no, but you beat me to it. I have no intention of coming back, and I have no intention of sending pictures of my dick to anybody.
And if you are committing massive welfare fraud, Kevin,
Yeah, I
You
have no
want
intention
15%
of
off the
committing
top.
mass welfare fraud either and being a general shithead. However, if Wrangler would like to pay me a couple $1 million to hawk their, their jeans, I will gladly do so.
Speaking of fraud, it's time to preview Saints Giants and their game against Jackson Dart. Thomas, let's do the results from last week. Oh Lord.
All right. So Kevin, fun fact from last week, because we didn't do the results from last week. After last week, the difference between Andrew and Kevin was only 2 points. Only 2 points. Kevin predicted the correct score of one team last week. All right. So this week, everyone predicted the Bills to win. Ralph, for the first time, wins the fantasy part of the game with Spencer Rattler. Juju's second. And by the way, Juju's players never went below 10 points so far this season. So that's crazy. Kevin, -2.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. It never ends. Never fucking ends.
Yeah, and another 0 for Mr. Cariello, unfortunately.
Shocker.
So am I still in last place, though?
Yeah, but 0 points, Ralph. You're not in the negative points.
So people DM me like, you got to take the pick seriously. They're hammering you. It was a funny bit, but it's not funny when you're just like 20 points back. So I got to take it seriously for at least a couple of weeks. The Giants are a fraud. Like, they won last week on, like, Andrew, that game was mega shenanigans.
Yeah.
The Giants scored 2 touchdowns off of interceptions where they had to go a combined 15 yards to get the 2 touchdowns. Jackson Dart was 13 of 20 for 100 yards, got sacked 5 times. Like, full shenanigans. The Saints, by the way, are favored by 1.5 in this game. Dave, I used to play golf. I know you play golf still. And
every day.
You know, like when you play golf, you might have a club that you just stink at it. And you don't get any good at it. But like every now and then, you just are like, man, I'm hitting this club great. And when I used to play golf, I couldn't hit the 8-iron for anything. Like, and I used to play at City Park, and they had three holes where like the 8-iron, you needed to be able to hit it on the par 3s. And every once in a while, man, I would hit great 8-irons and I'd be like, man, it's coming around. It never did. My point is, Spencer Rattler has one problem. He has trouble connecting on deep balls. But one of these weeks, he's just going to hit them. He's just going to hit them. And it's not going to be sustained. It's not the Spencer Rattler people are going to take a victory lap prematurely. But one of these weeks, he's going to have a 300-yard passing game, and he's going to hit like 2 or 3 shot plays, and he's going to look incredible. This is the week. The Giants, their pass rush is good. Their secondary sucks. Adebo kind of sucks. Their safeties suck. Saints 31.
Oh, we're going against Adebo?
Yeah. Saints 31, Giants 21. The return of Rashid Shaheed. He's going to have 4 catches, 160 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Spencer Rattler is going to throw for 300 yards, and my mentions on Twitter are going to chase me off that app for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Hang on, just so I have this correct. 4 catches for 160 yards. So you're telling me that this guy's going to average 40 yards a catch?
That's right.
He's going to need a 90-yard touchdown, I think, to make this happen.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, you're up. Quit picking your teeth.
Don't get your math involved in Ralph's blind, cockeyed optimism here. Don't ruin the fun here, Andrew. Well, first of all, I'm going to say I'm rooting for Ralph, because if Ralph's prediction comes true, it's going to be good for me too. But this is probably the most winnable game I think the Saints have on the schedule from here on out. I feel like if I don't pick the Saints to win here, I have no business being allowed to pick them to win any other game moving forward. So if they're going to win a game, this is the one that's going to be. It's at home. It's against probably the weakest opponent you're going to face. I got my buddy from New York texting me today, like, oh, asking me how this is going to go, because as a typical New York Giants fan, he's totally miserable and he thinks the absolute worst. So this is like, a pissing contest between who thinks their team is worse. So we're about to find out. I think the Saints can actually finally pull this off. I don't think it's going to be as crazy as Ralph says it's going to be, or amazing as Ralph says it's going to be. But I think I think some things are going to finally, maybe, hopefully, start to click a little bit. I mean, I don't think they're going to go crazy and go put up 48 points, but I think maybe we'll start to see some things click. And like you guys said earlier, Spencer Rattler, he doesn't really make mistakes. So if he can just do a little something and keep those mistakes down, then he's kind of giving them a chance, and the defense just needs to uphold their end of the deal. So I'm going to say, but it's going to be close because the Saints aren't going to run away with any games this season. So I'm going to say, I said the Saints 24, Giants 21. Is that what I said, or what did I say? 20.
Yeah.
What did I say? Yeah, 24-21 Saints. And Ralph, I hope to God you are correct about Rashid catching 160 yards worth of passes and Spencer Rattler throwing for 300 yards, because
we're going to get Brian Daboll fired.
Because I'm going with Rattler. I haven't picked him yet. I need to get him out of the way just in case they make the switch over to Shuck and he sucks. So I'm going with Spencer Rattler. I need to start getting closer to Kevin here and pull him away.
Everyone's
from Ralph
done
in the
with
points
Rattler
department.
except for Kevin.
All right.
What you got, Kevin?
All right. I am excuse me. I am going with Saints over the Giants 23-17. I am predicting that Kendra Miller builds off of the performance against the Bills.
Ooh. His name is
and
Kendra.
Saints. Kendra. I tell you what.
It's an E at the end.
Candy, Mandy.
K. Miller, if you go right ahead and get another touchdown and catch some passes, if you want to run for a touchdown pass, if you want to catch a touchdown pass, if you'd like to throw for a touchdown pass, be my guest. You can't be any worse throwing the ball than Olave was. So please go right ahead, sir. Go right ahead.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about that.
Miller.
We didn't really talk about that, but Olave
is going to be traded. He's going to be traded during the season. So.
I feel like his offensive coordinator, Doug Nussmeier, I don't know that he ever threw a pass that bad for the Saints. And he was one of the worst I've ever seen. I unfortunately think all three of you are wrong. This offense continues to show that it is incapable of scoring points. I see a couple of you. I think all three of you have the Saints scoring more than 20. I think that's a freaking joke. I think you forget that our offensive line lost. We literally had a healthy offensive line until Cesar Ruiz went down in the third quarter, and it was immediately hurt again. That was the most Saintsy thing I've ever seen in my life. I think Jackson Dart is going to go full running quarterback. He's going to run for 150 yards. I think DeMario Davis and Cam Jordan's corpses are going to be chasing him all around the Superdome turf. I have the Giants winning this game 24-13. Newsflash, the Saints still suck. My player of the game, only because he hits 2 field goals and an extra point. Against all odds, Blake Grupe does not miss a kick in this game.
That's right.
Special teams is one of the last things we're going to hate on. It's going to be another dismal, lukewarm performance, milquetoast performance by the Saints. And we'll be clamoring for Shuck on the other side of this one.
Well, two points from me. One, first of all, gentlemen, this is our chance to catch up to Andrew because he's gone rogue here. So we've got a chance here if we're all correct. And this is also actually point 2A and 2B. This is point 2B. We just spent this entire episode.
Or you can be even more fucked if he's correct.
We just spent this entire episode. We spent this entire episode giving Andrew his flowers. I would love to spend the next episode giving Andrew shit for an hour and a half because he picked against the Saints and the Saints won. So, okay, I want to put that on record. And then two, Andrew, you said...
Here's the thing, Dave. Here's the thing. If you're correct and you bridge the gap, you're still behind me.
We're bridging the gap.
Thomas,
number
when
two.
Shaheed gets 160 yards receiving on 4 catches, I want like 20 points.
My
or your meats and cheeses are cut off.
I love meats and cheeses. My second point was Andrew thinks that it's crazy that the Saints are going to score 24 points. I'll have you know, 24 is divisible by 3. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
By the way, everyone in the chat is picking the Saints to win. Interesting.
Yeah. Get on the
I never said we were going to score a touchdown, Andrew.
and Jason Champagne agrees with Ralph. MVP is Shaheed, according to Jason.
All right, Thomas.
We're bridging the gap.
Recap the donations.
All right.
Not enough. That's the recap.
Recap the donation, he says. So
you poor bastards need to get more jobs.
We reached another donation goal. That doesn't matter, Dave. Come on, man. We are now on a 112.
They don't need jobs. They can still donate without jobs.
We are on a 112-week donation streak. 44 weeks to go for Ralph's crippled run. It was a team effort tonight, thanks to late Jason Champagne donation, $5. I forgot to thank him. To Aldi Marino, to Who Dat Golfer, to Drunk Saint, first time donation for to San Antonio Saint, and to the MVP for the second time this season with 37 buckaroos. Whiz. Our Canadian friend, Schmengi! Congratulations!
Thank you, Schmengi. Thank you, Schmengi. We're on week 7 of Cajun Sands Hall of Fame level patron not calling or texting me.
Yeah, I'm also, well, I don't know. Do we need to put out an APB for Oppenheimer? Because I noticed he wasn't around tonight, too. Also suspicious following a weekend with a Tulane win and an LSU loss. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
He sent like one message in the chat and he was gone.
Yeah, I bet he did. I'll bet he got it right out of there. He didn't want to hear it.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the show and we made you laugh, consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour. Give us a shot. Every little bit helps make the show a little bit better. And don't forget to follow us on socials and wherever you get your podcast. Thanks to Dave, Andrew, Kevin, Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Until next time.
Guys, appreciate it.
The bar is closed.